Hi everyone, welcome to my living room. Today's class came as a request from my little baby cousin. She was asking me to do something with a few kind of longer holds, some balancing postures. So she asked and I am delivering. So please take a moment just to slow down before we begin and come onto your back. As you lay out on your back, take up some space. Just make sure that wherever you are, that you feel as comfortable as possible. And let the eyes fall closed. Just take a few, maybe deeper cleansing breaths just to release anything that's pent up within. And start to give yourself permission to relax down towards the ground. Feeling the connection between your body and the earth. Delivering a feeling as though you were sinking, melting, surrendering. So just slow down the breath, lengthening each in and out breath as much as you possibly can. Lingering momentarily during those moments of stillness between each breath. Feel how the breath moves your body, expanding and contracting. Soften the muscles of the face, release the jaw. Melt the weight of the shoulder blades down to the ground. Let go of any tightness in your belly. Feel the pelvis just dropping down towards the ground. Take a few more moments here, just simply observing. Noticing how you have arrived at this moment. Letting go of anything going on in your head. Making that choice to simply be present at this time. If you'd like to set an intention to cultivate just a deeper purpose for this practice today, something to align with, take this opportunity now to find that. And then begin to find movement. Fingers, toes, head rocks from side to side. Circle wrists and ankles. Stretch your arms. Stretch your legs. And just take your knees in towards your chest. Just rock from side to side a few times, pressing down into the low back here. Maybe find some circles or any pattern of movement that feels good. And then allow the hips to shift to the left. Let your knees fall to the right. Left arm extends to the left. Right hand can come onto the outer left thigh if you like. And just drop down to the ground. Check in with that breath. Check in with any area of your body where you know you have a tendency to grip and to clench. Doing your best here just to let go. Find an in-breath, draw your head back to center. Exhale, return your knees up. Shift hips to the right slightly. Let your knees fall over to the left now. As that right arm extends to the right, as the shoulder goes heavy, turn your head perhaps. And again, just drop down, let go. head to center. Exhale, draw the knees back up. Take your right knee in towards your chest here, keeping your left knee bent, foot on the floor. Pull it in nice and tightly, perhaps receiving a bit of a stretch into the low back. And then sliding that right hand along the inside of the ankle, maybe finding the outer crest of the foot. Taking a half happy baby here as you pull the right thigh down towards the floor, just allowing that left knee to drop out to the side if that feels okay. Maybe coming to the outer crest of the left foot. Finding a bit of resistance here as you pull the right thigh down, think about pushing the foot away from you. Daisy move. Lie down. Good girl. Take an in breath. As you exhale, let that go. And just switch sides. Pull the left knee in. Good. Start to open that left knee to the side. Find the ankle or the outer crest of the foot. Find that 90-degree bend as you gently pull the thigh bone down towards the floor, pushing the foot away simultaneously. And then let that right knee maybe drop to the right. Notice if you're starting to clench here. Sometimes when we start to get into areas that feel tight, we start to transfer that tension to other areas of our body. But just knowing that you do not need to do that, just constantly checking in, noticing where you can let go, noticing where you can soften. Take an in-breath here. As you exhale, gently let that go. And then just rock yourself all the way up onto your seat. Take your hands onto your knees here, and just find a few little circles here, just getting into the ribs, getting into the torso, any places that might be feeling tight. And these movements are as big or as small as you like. Moving at whatever pace works for you. Begin to move in the opposite direction. Good. And just bring it right back around to center. Come over onto your hands and your knees, planting your palms down towards the top of your mat here. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Try to make it, if you can, so the wrist creases are kind of parallel to the top of your mat here. You might have to adjust just depending on your body, just whatever feels safe for you. And start to just press down into the ground, feeling a bit of space coming through your shoulder blades here. Start to pull the navel in slightly, and then just extending your legs back, coming into a high plank to begin. Push the heels back, push the toes down into the ground. Pause here, starting to cultivate some heat in the body. Notice what's going on with your breath as you do this. Notice if you have a tendency also for the hips to kind of sway down. If that's the case, maybe just to kind of exaggerate a little bit of a pop of the bum, just so you know you're not tempted. Hold this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down towards your belly. Taking the tops of the feet to the ground. Bring your hands behind your back, lace your fingers. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, lift your legs. Feel the crown of the head extending forward. The back of the neck lifting up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale to lower. Take your hands next to your ribs, tuck your toes. Press yourself up onto your hands and your knees. And then press yourself back, downward facing dog. Take a moment to move, pedal the legs out if you'd like. And then just start to firm down into the palms, press the hips up and back, press the thighs back. And then take an in-breath, float the right leg up. As you exhale, pull the right knee in, look forward. Take that right foot to the outside of the right hand. Wiggle the left toes back, lower that back knee. Inhale, send the hips forward. Exhale, soften into the arms. Just taking our time, working into that left side psoas. And then see if maybe you can come down either onto a block or all the way down onto your forearms here. And pick that back knee up, push the heel back. If this is way too intense for you with your elbows on the ground or on a prop, just keep your arms straight to begin. Think about kind of pulling that right hip back, pressing that left hip heel back, pressing the back of the left thigh up towards the ceiling. Keep your chest and your gaze looking forward. There's a temptation here to kind of round and look at that back foot. Inhale, exhale, lower the back knee. Bring yourself back up to straight arms here. And then just circle that right arm up and back. Stay here or bend the knee. Find that left foot. Maybe pulling the heel in slightly. Good. Take an in-breath here. Look down. As you exhale, circle that right hand back down to the inside of that right foot. Pick up your back knee. And then just hug that right knee to the outside of your right tricep. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the right leg back. Just take a few circles in either direction. Good. Settle that right foot back down. Take an in-breath. Float the left leg up here. As you exhale, pull that left knee in. Pause, look forward. Take that left foot to the outside of the left hand. Drop the back knee to begin. Hips reach forward, chest reaches forward. Take a moment. Find that breath. Let go of tension in the face. Soften the belly. Good. Maybe start to come down a bit deeper. Maybe find that prop. Maybe find the ground with the forearms. And then tuck the back toes under. Pick up the back knee. Push the heel back. Think of pressing the back of the right thigh up towards the ceiling. Try not to let that left knee pop out too much here, so keep it relatively kind of cozying up towards the left shoulder. And keep the gaze forward, the sternum reaching forward. Soften the face, let go of any tension in the hands here. Inhale. As you exhale, drop that back knee down. Come all the way back up to those straight arms. Float the left arm up, circle it back, stay here and join that twist, or find the foot, maybe pull the heel in towards you. You can always loop a strap around the ankle too if that helps. Sometimes it just takes a little bit more effort to rig everything up. Good. Take one more in breath. As you exhale, let that go. Circle the left hand back down to the ground, pick up the back knee, and then just pull that left knee in and hug it towards the left tricep. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick the left leg back and bend the knee. Take a few circles in one direction and then in the opposite direction. Step that left foot back down. Find downward facing dog. Take a moment here, just pressing again, everything to the back of the mat. Get out of your arms. Soften your shoulders. Allow your head to hang nice and heavy. Notice your breathing here. After that last out breath, look forward. Begin to step your feet all the way to the top of your mat. Maybe heel toe your feet a bit wider. Soften into the knees. Let the belly just kind of rest on the upper thighs. Give the head a little shake. Yes, no, no, yes. Find opposite elbows if you'd like to. A little bit of movement. Just kind of noticing what feels good for you. What really creates a bit more space in the back of the body. Good. Take an in breath. Exhale, just relax the arms super heavy. Take a few moments like this. Start to really pay attention to the soles of your feet. Trying to press down equally into all 4 edges. both feet. Take one more in breath here. Exhale, bend the knees just a touch more. Push your feet into the ground. Begin to slowly roll yourself all the way up. Let your chin be the last thing to come up. Scoop your shoulders up. Roll them back. Relax them down towards the ground. So we're just going to take about 2 sun salutations here just to make sure the body's nice and warm. And then when you're ready, plug down into the feet. Find a mountain. Stand up tall, lift through the heart, soften the shoulders. Find that nice steady breath. When you're ready, inhale, arms to overhead. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And then just step back into a high plank. Inhale here, keep the elbows in as you lower. And then taking up dog or cobra, up to you, but really root through the tops of the feet, pull the chest through, draw the shoulders back, and exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. Find that solid foundation. Find that length all through your torso. Feel the outer hips pulling back. Good. Rise to your toes, bend your knees, look forward, and step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, heart extends forward. Exhale to fold. Rooting through those legs, arms come all the way up as you inhale. And as you exhale, take your hands together in front of your heart. Samastitihi. Again, inhale those arms up. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Stepping, hopping back, if that's your thing. Chaturanga Dandasana, keep the elbows in. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale again, pressing your weight back, out of your arms and into your legs, finding that downward facing dog. Notice tension accumulating in the shoulders, let it go. Keep rooting down through the palms, through the feet. Take that last exhalation, rise to the toes, look forward, soften your knees, step or hop. Lift halfway up, inhale. Exhale to fold back in. Inhale, arms to overhead. Exhale your hands to your heart. Arms up again, inhale. Exhale, fold. Half rise, inhale. And you're just going to step back into a high plank from here. From your high plank, start to roll over onto the outer edge of the right foot, taking Vashisthasana side plank. So a couple options here. So stacking as you normally would, if that works for you. If you're working on this posture, maybe left foot onto the ground. Alternatively, right knee inside of the left foot. So figure out what works best for you. Press the hips up. Maybe even look up here. Find the breath. And you'll notice that your body's always just kind of adjusting, just trying to find that balance. Take one more in breath. Look down. Left hand to the floor. Come all the way over to that other edge. Modifying as you need to. Keep pressing the hips up. Look up towards that right thumb if this feels okay for you. Stay with your breathing. And then look down, take that right hand to the floor. Find a high plank, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale to open up. Exhale, push back, downward dog. Inhale the right leg up. Step the right foot all the way up between the hands. Drop the left heel. Take warrior one. And then open into warrior two. Let's take a moment to set this up. Feeling the right heel kind of intersecting the arch of the left foot. Get as low as you comfortably can. Keep the hips open to the left edge of the mat. Notice that that right knee starts to kind of track inwards. Press into the heel.
Extend the arms, relax the shoulders. Gazing down the right fingertips. Let go of that tension in your face. Find a sense of strength here as you dig down into the legs, as you brighten up through the upper body. Notice what's going on with your breathing. If it's starting to grow shallow, if you're holding it at all, stick with it as best you can. Arms might start to get tired, that's normal. Just remind yourself, one breath at a time, you're not here forever. Keep checking in with those legs, the knee might start to kind of collapse inwards again. And then finally, your right palm reaches up, reach forward slightly, and inhale. Reverse your warrior. As you exhale, come back up. Reach forward, take the right forearm on top of that right thigh. Left arm swings up and over your head. Option to stay here. Option to take the fingertips down to the ground. Other options to take that left arm behind you, loop the right arm underneath, find the hand, taking a bind here. So when you take a bind, notice if you're really kind of leaning forward like this, lean back into it, and then really push into that left foot. This goes for everyone. So just circle your chest up slightly, maybe look up. So really finding strength in your foundation here. Try not to collapse through the pelvis. Keep rolling that left shoulder back, keep the neck long. Good, stay with that breath. Notice what starts to go on in the head when you want to release. Notice if you start to negotiate with yourself. Take one more in-breath here, look down. As you exhale, release your hands to the floor. Pop up onto left toes. And then just step back, high plank, inhale. Exhale to lower. Inhale to open up. Exhale to press back, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Paying attention to any differences between the right and the left side. When you're ready, left leg up, inhale. Pull the left knee and look forward. Plant your left foot between your hands. Drop the right foot. Take warrior one, inhale. And then as you exhale, open up into warrior two. So same as before, you want to take a moment just to find your legs, find your foundation. Left heel is roughly intersecting the arch of the right foot, nice deep bend. Hips, chest are open to the right edge of the mat. As you reach through your arms, relax the shoulders. Get nice and tall here. Head should be kind of feeling like a little helium balloon just hovering, letting go of any of that tension that you have a tendency to hold on to through the neck and shoulders. Notice if you're gripping with your toes, soften the soles of your feet. Feeling that connection between the soles of the feet and the earth. Drawing up from there. Feeling the heart lifting, feeling the shoulders softening. Continue to look down the left fingers. Notice what happens when you want to drop the arms. Notice when the legs start to get tired. Again, remind yourself, you're not here forever. And then flip the left palm up. Take an in breath, scoop that left arm back, and then come all the way back up, reach forward. Take that left forearm on top of the left thigh, swing that right arm up and over the head. Again, choosing to stay here. Maybe take the left fingertips or the palm onto the floor or onto a block. Maybe take that right arm behind you. Thread that left arm underneath the thigh and find the hand. Now notice again if you're kind of leaning forward into this, lean back as you push into that back foot, start to spin the chest up. Plant down into that left foot as well. Roll the right shoulder away from the ear, maybe look up. Find that breath. Just being in your body, completely present here. Good, take an in-breath, look down. Exhale, release your hands to the floor. Good. Take a high plank, inhale. Exhale to lower. Inhale to open up. Exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. Take a moment. Check in. If there's any point where you feel like taking downward facing dog, or taking child's pose, is helpful, please go ahead. Find that child's pose. Good. After your last out breath, look forward and step or hop to the top of your mat. Half rise, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good. So start to bend your knees. Float the arms up. Chair pose. As you find chair pose, sink your weight back into your heels. Lift up through the heart. Soften the shoulders. Good. See if you can get just a tiny bit lower. Stay with your breath. Keep your tailbone drawn down, belly drawn in. Look up slightly. Soften the shoulders. Good, take an in-breath. As you exhale, fold forward for just a moment. Take your feet about hip distance or so. And as you fold in, think about sending your feet to the outer edges of the mat. So actively kind of pushing, like you're trying to kind of stretch the mat between your feet. Noticing any space here through the sacrum as the sits bones kind of draw in opposite directions from one another. Take an in-breath. Exhale to soften. Bend your knees. Come all the way up. This time, taking Garudasana, eagle pose. So cross the left thigh over the right. You might take a moment with your hands on your hips just to find that steadiness. That left foot might hang out to the side. If you're working on balance, maybe the toes gently touch the ground or just are there for kind of support. Maybe hook the toes slightly. Right arm comes on top of the left here. Elbows down, shoulders away. Forearms press away from your face. If you can't quite find that, hold on to opposite shoulders. The point is to get that opening through the shoulder blades. Keep your gaze nice and steady. If you fall out of it, no big deal, just get right back up. Maybe get a little bit lower in the legs as the elbows float up. Inhale here, exhale, take the toes back, find crescent. Good. Keep your arms in eagle here, shoulders down, forearms away. And maybe start just to lift the chest up, maybe look upward slightly. Good, take one more in-breath. As you exhale, lean forward, arms stretch back, hold this here. Notice what's going on in that right leg. Keep pressing through the left heel, pressing the back of the left thigh up towards the ceiling, shoulders back, chest forward. Inhale. Exhale, step that left foot beside the right, arms float up. Chair pose. Good. So taking eagle on that second side, you can lower your hands if you like. Weights in the left leg, cross the right thigh over the left. So again, hang out here, toes on the ground, maybe hook the toes slightly. Left arm comes on top of the right this time, shoulders down, forearms away. Find that focal point. Notice how your body's constantly adjusting, trying to find that place of balance. All the while, the breath stays nice and smooth, Maybe get down a bit lower. Good. Take an in breath. Exhale, unravel that top leg. Step the toes back. Find crescent here. Keep those eagle arms. And then start to lift the elbows up. Maybe lift the arms up, maybe lift the gaze. Again, notice what's going on with your breath. One more inhalation here. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Sweep the chest forward, shoulders back. Chest is reaching forward. Push through the back heel. Press through the back of the right thigh. Your belly's just kind of hovering over that left leg, trying to collapse into it. Notice your breathing. If you need to, big. Just getting back into that breath. Good. Inhale. Exhale, step that right foot forward. Sweep your arms up. Inhale, chair. Hold it here. Root down through the tailbone, lift up through the chest, reach for the arms. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Good. Relax the fold for a moment. Again, bring your feet about hip width or so. And again, actively pressing the feet in opposite directions. Notice how this feels through your low back. Notice how this feels through your glutes. Good. With your next in-breath, lift part way up. Step back, high plank, inhale. Exhale to lower. Inhale to open. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. And just take one in-breath here. Exhale, lower your knees. And come onto your bum. You might find turning yourself sideways is helpful here. We're going to come into a wide-legged seat. Good. So if this is a really uncomfortable place for you, it can really help to sit your bum up on something to have that elevation. Otherwise, stay as you are. Fingertips behind the hips to begin. Push down, inhale, lift up. Think about really rooting down through the backs of the thighs. Stay here or start to tip forward. Doing your best not to round to your low back, so really push out. Maybe bring your hands in front. Maybe come down. Take your palms onto the ground and imagine that you're kind of trying to drag the floor towards you, so you really lift up out of your low back. Try to keep the toes, centers of the knees pointing upwards. And breathe. When it feels appropriate to go down a bit lower, walk your hands out a bit further. Continue to pull the floor towards you. Notice what's going on with your legs here. Good. Find that nice breath. Noticing how your body's feeling after some of those more challenging standing postures. See if you can allow the breath just to resume something a bit easier for you. Good. Take one more in breath here. As you exhale, begin to walk yourself all the way back up. Take your hands underneath your thighs. Begin to pull your legs in. Good. And come onto your back, please. As you come onto your back, just rock your knees around a bit. And then cross the right thigh over the left. Lift your head for a moment. Hold onto your knees. Pull the knees in. Finding the outer shins, the ankles, or the outer edges of the feet. Taking a reclined Gomukhasana. Listening to your knees as the head and shoulders relax down towards the floor. Soften the face, release through the jaw. Again, notice the breath starting to
just slow down. Inhale here, exhale, release. And just switch the legs up. Again, hands to the knees. Or start to walk your hands down a little bit lower. You might find that this side feels very different from the previous side. It does for me at least. It's just doing what you can manage here. Head, shoulders relax. Face softens. And just focus on each individual breath that you're taking here. Really arriving in this moment with pure awareness. Exploring how this feels in your body, whether it's good or not so good. Just noticing. Take one more in-breath here. Exhale to release. Hug your knees back into your chest and just curl your head up towards your knees. Make yourself into a tiny little ball. Inhale here. Exhale, let go. Finding Shavasana. Take a few really solid breaths, just as you did at the beginning of the practice, just to let go of anything that's starting to build up within you. Big in-breath through your nose. Exhale, release. A few more times if that's helpful for you. And then just focusing on how you can let go. The face releases. The jaw softens as the tongue just settles into the mouth. Feel the neck and shoulders relaxing. Soften into your belly. And just take a moment to just observe the parts of your body that connect with the earth. Lean into those areas with more weight. Feel the breath starting to come into a very easy, natural rhythm for you. Enjoying this moment of stillness as you find gratitude for your body, all that it does for you. As you find gratitude for this opportunity to practice. Stay here for as long as you would like. And as you return back into your day after this practice, may you show up a little stronger, a little steadier, with a little bit more gratitude in your heart. Namaste.